Hey, what is up, everybody? This is James Gesso from the Adventures Through the Mine YouTube channel. That's my business card. Look, so I have this plan. I'm going away for the summer. I'm going to go to Europe. I have a couple speaking opportunities at a couple festivals and a few places around in different cities, and well, I mean, to be honest, I'm stoked. I think it's very, very exciting. And at the same time, I want to be able to do this and make it big and make it exciting and make it about something more than just my own experience. And although I'll be there giving talks, so of course I will be, giving back in that sense. It'll be about the people who have come to participate in this psychedelic culture that I'll be, I kind of got tripped up on myself. People who go, they'll get a chance to enjoy it. It's about the audience. It's about the people receiving it. It's about the psychedelic culture that grows around what I do. But I'm thinking about what I can bring back. Every time I've gone on a tour, I've brought back a lecture. So I would find the best one out of however many that I give, and then I release them through my website, and I always release them as pay what you want, because I care more that you get a chance to listen to it than I get your $4 or $5 that you would otherwise pay for it. And each different year I've gone out, I have upgraded my tech in order to capture better audio. This last year, I managed to get a new device. Hold on. A Zoom H1, which got way better audio than the thing I was using before, which was this Sony recorder, which is good, but not as good. And I used the Zoom with a lavalier mic. And, periodically I put it on like a little tripod with this fluffy bit to make sure that, the wind wasn't too strong. Anyways, I'm going to be doing that again this year, but I want to get something else too. I want to get recordings of podcasts while I'm on the road. And I want to do this obviously to release out through the podcast, and also because it's something new. It's like a next level. It's a place that I want to go with what I'm doing. And I tried this a couple years ago when I was touring through Australia. I grabbed a couple interviews here and there throughout that, and I even got one with Rakrazam while I was in Peru in 2014 at an ayahuasca retreat. But I always got them with this little recorder, and they're okay. They're okay audio-wise, but they could be extravagantly better. They could be a lot better. So my plan this time is to really focus on that rather than just being like, oh, hey man, you want to do like an interview? I got a little recorder. I'll talk, you talk, I'll talk, you talk, and get set up with another Zoom, as well as some better lavalier mics, because that one is, mediocre is an accurate description, but something that gets really, really nice audio. And I've also got this recently. This is not what I'm recording this on. I'm recording on my mom's phone, actually. But this was gifted to me by a listener of the podcast named Dave. Thanks, Dave. He said, tell your stories. And I'm, I guess, telling this story, but I also want to capture interviews. And so I'm going to use that camera, as well as I'd like to invest in another one of these, some nice lavalier mics, and also like a holder thing. Like, you can't see what I'm doing this on. It's a phone that my mom gave me. Thanks, Mom. And utilizing that plus a little rig with a shotgun mic and a light. And I want to get good, sweet audio video. And in order to do that, I need money. I make a fairly reasonable amount right now. I'm very happy with the amount of money I'm making on Patreon, which is my primary funding source. But It's not enough even to fully pay my rent at this time, let alone all the costs of the podcast and all the hosting stuff, or to, you know, like honor my time, not honor, but like basically make up for the amount of time that I invested in. But that doesn't matter. What matters is that I want to keep pushing this project further because it's awesome. And I've been getting a lot of really amazing feedback from people. And I know that it's quite meaningful for a lot of people because they've told me. And so I'm always thinking about different ways of increasing my revenue stream, because people will sign up for Patreon when they're ready. You can become my patron whenever you're ready. In fact, I welcome you to join my Patreon as soon as you're ready, but no sooner and no longer than you're still willing. And also donations, same thing. It's like, whenever you're ready, it's totally opt-in. It's totally up to you to echo back whatever value you feel that you've gotten from the efforts that I've put into my work in accordance with what your economic situation is at the time. So, but even Patreon and donations, they're not for everybody. So I think about different ways that I could increase revenue stream, staying within my integrity, and an obvious one would be merch. Actually, this poster behind me that you can see up here, that was going to be some merch that I was going to make. So I bought one, and then the quality was like not good, and the price was way too high. So and I wasn't about to ask people to spend like $40 on a poster just so that they could get a poster that's not even that good. So anyways, the point is that most of the time I think to myself, all right, I don't want to just produce a bunch of, you know, like, I don't want to sell a bunch of mass-produced items that just happen to have my stamp and logo on it, that are easily consumed and just will eventually land in a landfill somewhere and contribute to issues. That's why I like Patreon and donations, because it's like, hey, I'm producing a digital content and you can give money, and there's no like material things that need to be produced in order for this, you know, like circle of reciprocity and engagement and artifact and whatever to be produced. And I still want to produce some things that exist in the physical dimension, and I've been thinking about different ways to do it. So one thing that I thought of about a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, was to produce some art, limited edition art. And I've kind of tried to time it all because, well, the art, which makes it interesting, is that it's on blotter paper. So it's like, oh, it's so shiny. It's actually, you know, the same thing that you would normally get LSD on if you were to buy some. But yeah, so I thought it would be a good idea, a good timing, right? Because here is this opportunity to get some upgrades for the podcast, to do these tours. Plus, on April 19th is Bicycle Day, and it's the 75-year anniversary of humans tripping LSD, which is like, hooray, 75! And just like LSD has been such an important and meaningful chemical in my life, and I know that these blotter papers, not these blotter papers, but there's no LSD on that, just to be clear, no drugs. Blotter is like the means by which LSD has been delivered to people for so long, and it has a really meaningful history. So all of that together feels awesome. I've got this cool limited edition product, and it's not just a mass consumable thing. You know, it's to be cherished. It's not to be eaten. Like I said, no drugs. It's like put in a frame, and it also it contributes to the, you know, the audio, the recording of things on tour, as well as, you know, just contributes to, I think, creating cool things and putting them out into the world, which is obviously something that I'm interested in, because here I am even making a video while I'm high on Monster energy drinks and nootropics and trying not to seem too foolish while I film this. Anyways, all of this long ramble that you've gone through, thank you for listening all the way to the end, is just to say, hey, I got this epic thing coming up this summer, and I'd really like to make it extra epic, and in the process of making it extra epic, make some awesome things for you to enjoy. And if you think that's cool and you want to help me do that, then you can help support me do that by, well, buying some blotter, limited edition You know, limited to 100. What's this number? Number 12 out of 100. And so you get something cool, and later you get something cool again. It's like, you know, do you want the small candy bar now or the big candy bar later? Well, hey, if you buy one of these, you get both. You could also just sign up for my Patreon at patreon.com/JamesWJesso, or drop me a PayPal donation, which is linked below. Again, thanks for watching this video.